Welcome back, my friends, to Gwent Masters. This is Season 2, Open number 1, taking place around the world. Of course, Gwent has always been a global game, but today, it really is around the world. As Flake and I, we're hanging out in Canada. We've got people represented in China, Germany, the Ukraine, Finland, and Poland in the tournament. This is Gwent Masters 2020. Welcome to the show. My name is Dane McBeard, and I'm joined by my friend here, Flake. How you doing, Flake?
Such a great target for Raising Ramon there to clone and start dropping those out, because without any option to deal with it and protected by that extra little bit of armor, it's pretty nasty. That is a great Swears to pick up and go ahead and steal that well-protected crossbowman. And now, it's looking a little bit better for Kolemoen. Still a lot of pieces left for Sumo. Intro means you get to consume a unit from the graveyard, and the big boy in the graveyard, the tastiest snack, is going to be that 13-point Egern. So Baron's always just got his crosshairs on that Osro, waiting for it.
Interesting. I find this interesting. I thought that for sure this would be the Peller into the Bleed, which would get boosted by Reynard, and only to have a taller Scytheman.
I'm kind of on the same.
Seems like maybe he was just playing to a specific out in which he would. It's probably something like where he knew he was winning anyway. But does he win here? He gets the.
No, he does not, because
it is going to be not enough. So if he plays the Peller first, oh man, I'm gonna have to think about that one, my friends. I feel like a bleed tick when it didn't need to, but.
So I think this Goliath is going to be answered regardless. There is a lot of bleeding though. For Nick, a lot of people are bleeding, and then I'm just wondering what the Baron target's going to end up being. It's probably just going to reset something that's bled.
The heat wave does come down now, probably on the N6. There we go. 7 points, so not fantastic, but still pretty good. And like you said, Bloody Baron, once that heat wave disappears, he knows there's nothing that can take this down. There's nothing in the deck for Wang ID, Parasite doesn't do it, etc., to remove that 7-point unit, so he can relax and see, try and get the maximum value from that Bloody Baron. And the Goliath will be answered very efficiently from this Vincent Maze, of course, with Zeal. So can get that effect right away, does not have to wait a turn. Get the Thrive on the Drowner, which is going to get reset anyway. And Ballista is going to kill it. And it's a win here for Nick R. Very good sequencing. And the bleeding come in, but not quite enough.
Look at that. Oh, 22 to 21.
It's probably about an inch, 2 inch removed. And Demarcation looks like he's kind of just, wondering what he's going to put on the wall there. Like maybe put a plant in the corner.
Certainly.
Decoration. There it is.
Now we're just looking at TailBot here, so certainly we can talk about something else. I think there's a little bit more entertaining stuff we can talk about here as we get closer and closer to TailBot's face. I think that the production team is in on the joke.
Well, you gotta adapt.
In on the joke.
As we can see there, nice handsome man right there.
I have my under the desk cleaver here because you never know. Yeah, just regular stuff that all people have. Do you have any special tricks while preparing for the online tournament? Yes, I have a few special tricks up my sleeve. One of them is when I'm trying to figure out my lineup, I stand on my head and then more blood flows into my brain. Then I have easier time to concentrate.
I think ultimately, ultimately he's pretty confident that. I'm just double checking the Demarcation's deck list. Triss is 100% to hit the bounty, so I think that having that extra slander just doesn't mean as much. But this is going to be a wild Drog and a wild follow-up Visigour. This looks very difficult. And the poison is 9 points. The money has nowhere to go. Was I totally wrong about this?
I don't think you're totally wrong. I mean, it's going to be a
poison. The money has nowhere to go.
The bleeding is going to factor in. This is going to be a 1-point win for Demarcation, connecting with that final.
Oh my goodness! This was so close with almost a full purse. He wins by a point, leaving all that money on the table. Wow, it got a lot closer. What is Full Test drinking, by the way? That neon purple stuff he pours out. TailBot being eliminated.
Boost every turn, +2 at the end of the turn when it's not, when it does not have dominance. Let's say when it is not the biggest unit. in town. So as you can see, Falibor is at 8, but here we go. Filippo hoping to get it, gets the crush in the perfect sequence if possible there.
He's so happy. He's so happy.
What would you like to see in the future of Gwent? I would like to see a gyro evening nerf because the car is just disgusting.
We'll answer, but there'll be 4 points on each of the players' boards, but an engine for Demarcation, so still a bit, you know, above on the tempo.
Oh, and you can see Santu just looking and looking for gold cards. Look at them all, bronze card in and out and in and out, and it's just getting replaced over and over again by yet another bronze card. And you got to feel a little bit for Santu with that mulligan. You know, missing the shoot, missing Anses, missing Falibor, missing Kira.
Is it enough? Graydon and the Slander combo with leader ability. You have everything you need to not overspend.
Like a lot of coins. Bear in mind, you're gonna get 8 from the Slander. You've got the points from the Slander itself, because Slander gives you 3. You know, plus the bounty, you've got the boost potentially. Plus you have the clicks on the Sea Jackal. So let's see, 51 to 65. Is this gonna be Demarcation's set? Yes, it is Demarcation with a 25-point Sea Jackal. He's leaving his mark.
Because the more he spends is the more pings for Morkvarg to boost.
Oh, he's just going to go ahead and play Wild Boar here?
I wonder if that was...
I mean, Wild Boar is strong enough, right?
Another tie, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, was that... There must have been a different sequence there, or I could just be missing it. Yeah. Once again, Demarcation using tutors on a bunch of bronzes. That keeps on happening. He's drawing well sometimes. 51 to 28 is a hell of a deficit. Let's
Hold on now.
See if it's going to be enough here, because there is the Oak, and Merkdebrak is still in the deck for Roderick. A huge amount of points separate. Let's watch this resolve, my friends. It's going to be Merkdebrak.
He knows that it's on top of the deck, meaning that he can use his Roderick to go ahead to
He's going to get the Joaquin.
Yeah, he's going to get the Joaquin to get the Oak. I'm telling you, man, this is just... It's not over yet. This is a absolute sick sequence of plays. Again, keep in mind that Demarcation was up at one point by like 35 points. Is it enough? It feels like it is. That's a lot of points.
Wow. Yeah, that is
oh!
the 22-point Oak for the 2-point victory. 3 times up with a last say that powerful isn't able to seal the deal. And Demarcation is your first winner of Season 2. Gwent Open #1, and he will be heading to the Masters at the end of the season.
Yeah, there he is. He's still modest to the end. No real celebration right now, as he's just kind of like, yeah, man, I'll beat up on Skellige 3 times tonight. My man, you have my respect.
The series was really great. I think we saw a lot of really good play from both sides. The tie, of course, 3 ties in the entire tournament. We can go through, we can take a look at the bracket, the journey we've been on today. So yes, in Kolemoen's series and in Demarcation's